Hey everybody, how's it going? It's Tuesday, October 5th, 9 days away from the first day the public can go and see Halloween Kills. This is Fandom Empire Live, and Halloween Kills is not the main topic tonight, but we will get to it. Tonight we're talking Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon. But first and foremost, our host tonight, Kieran, how's it going, man? Fresh off the Rick and Morty fan show and repping the merch. And Kieran's muted.
Despite Sean telling us all to make sure we unmute right after we get on the air.
Nobody listens to me. I'm used to it.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. I met you and like 10 minutes later, I was like, fuck this guy. I'm not listening.
Accurate.
Yeah. Got the Rick and Morty shirt. I got the F.E.L shirt here. I got Johnny's shirt around here somewhere, which I washed for him because I'm nice. Good Rick and Morty show. Super excited to talk about the new Game of Thrones project here, which was obviously dropped, and we'll talk about that later. Had a nice trailer for that. So yeah, exciting day. Good to go, I guess. I'm super tired though. Super tired.
Also joining us, the dude with the dare I say Peter Mayhew looking haircut going on right now. It's Tommy B. What's going on, man?
Yeah, my hair looks a little shitty right now, but I didn't have enough time to fix it. So
I don't think anybody said shitty.
You didn't say shitty.
I said shitty. So it is what it is.
I'm
hanging in there.
Are you saying Peter Mayhew had shit hair? Is that what you're saying?
Peter Mayhew was known to have some very unkept hair. I mean, it went well with his character too. So what the hell, right?
Tell you
it all works.
And that dude's
I tell you what, I don't have enough money to get away with that. So
I met him, and that's true. He was he had some dreadlock looking hair.
Yeah, it was just part of his character, larger than life kind of guy.
Well, speaking of hair, Johnny V, what's going on, man?
How am I speaking of hair?
Oh, yeah, you're rocking the bottom.
You got hair.
I got that. It's just and speaking of hair, what? I mean, that sounds like how you introduced
bottom. Wow,
beautiful locks, just absolutely stunning.
And speaking, wait, did you have anything else to add there, or should we move on?
What is that? Is that like some of that fancy $30-$40 shampoo in there, Johnny?
It's called Head and Shoulders, Kieran.
Looking beautiful.
Wow, this is not
what
the
is even happening right now?
And joining us for this awkward opening, a man with a well-kept goatee. Look at that. He
beautiful. Just
I know, just fucking
fantastic.
Oh, he's got the beard. He's got the whole beard going. You look like a younger Ewan McGregor. The color's there for it anyway. What's going on, Zach?
Dude, I will take that compliment and run with it. Compared to Peter Mayhew, like shit, man, I'll be Obi-Wan Kenobi all day long.
Oh man, what's going on, man? You've been busy as of late.
It has been a minute, and I'm excited to be back, especially for the topic we've got going tonight. Thanks for having me. Haven't been on IPC for a while. Haven't been on Fandom Empire for a while. I've been keeping up with the group and stuff, but I've been kind of MIA doing some football broadcasting down here in the Texas area. And our team's not that good, but we're keeping the school spirit alive, and there's still 4 games left in the season. So we can still make a playoff push if we really try, but we've lost like 5 games in a row. So I don't know how likely that is. So I'll probably be back sometime about a month from now. I think the last game of the season is on like November the 4th. So as long as we lose like one more game, which we likely will, then playoff hopes are over, and I'm back on the channel a little more full time.
That sounds great, man. Can't wait to have you back out. At the same time, I hope the team fares well enough, but when you lose 5 in a row in any sport, your confidence is usually heading south. And
especially when it's a bunch of high schoolers. Like these kids are 15 to 18 years old, and like it's tough to rebuild your confidence after losing that many games in a row. And the really sucky part is we've been close in all of them. Like the game that really kind of derailed our season was this one where we tied it with a minute to go and then gave up a touchdown with 11 seconds left. So like you do something like that, and it just kind of totally takes away your smoke and confidence. So we're doing what we can, and we've got really awesome sponsors and boosters that are like helping to promote the program and stuff. So we're averaging over 500 views a game, which is really, really awesome for a local broadcast like what we've got. So I'm satisfied with the numbers. I'm just a little less excited about the product on the field, I guess. But I can't control that. Just control what you can control, and then put the rest in.
Get out there and play quarterback then.
Dude, if I still had anything left in my knees, I would try, but
I'm going to call it a guess, and just say that you're not eligible.
Probably not. Like I'm coming up on my 10-year reunion, so I'm sure there's a statute of limitations in there somewhere.
It's going to be like that scene in the Bench Warmers.
Mm-hmm.
Where they bring the Dominican guy out and he's drinking beer between innings, and I am 12.
We just mentioned how Zach looked like a very, very young Ewan McGregor. I mean, he definitely passes a high school athlete right now.
Dude, some of those high school athletes look more manly than I do. It's kind of emasculating. They hit the weight room like 5 or 6 days a week in order to try and like make the squad. And their body mass is like literally double what mine is. And I'm
the 16-year-old towers over you, probably patching the shoulders.
No,
like, good job, son. And you're like,
seriously, I've had to look up to do some of these interviews before because they're like 6'5" and like 240 pounds or some shit like that. And I'm just like, oh my God, like they're D1 caliber players. Like they're going to be playing at the next level, but I'm not doing that anytime soon. I couldn't even walk on at my community college, for fuck's sake.
Well, fellas, let's dive into the main topic of this one tonight. It's funny because in not too long from now, we don't have an exact date yet, but House of the Empire, a seasonal Game of Thrones and House of the Dragon YouTube show will debut on the channel sometime in the month of November. And we'll have almost like a preview season, just recapping Game of Thrones, leading up to House of the Dragon, which originally I think they were targeting an April or a May release of it. It sounds like it's going to be a September or an October release next year. But with that said, with the delay, came the first teaser. It's funny because in our staff chat, I had mentioned to these guys, I'm like, so I'm pretty sure we're getting a Game of Thrones teaser very soon, or a House of the Dragon teaser. And then we're going to get a full length trailer before Christmas. I did not know it was going to be the next day. That was a surprise when I seen Tommy's message this morning. Fellas, let's just dive into this right off the bat. House of the Dragon, they debuted a teaser. I have so many thoughts, but Zach is a co-host of the new show. Why don't you just take us off your general thoughts of the teaser, man?
Oh, dude, I've seen this teaser like a dozen times already, and minimum. And every time I'm seeing something new, I'm seeing something different. And the analysis that people are diving into on Twitter is so awesome. Like, for the longest time, it felt like Game of Thrones was a dying franchise as far as social media is concerned. Like, people made joke memes about how the last season finished and stuff. But today, it's like taking the Twitterverse, especially, by storm. And it's so cool to see people posting these screen grabs. It's so cool to like see all the thoughts and analysis, the speculation, the comparisons to the original art and the way that the throne room looks now compared to the description that GRRM did previously in the books. Like, it just feels so much in the vein of what we know from Game of Thrones, but also feels like it's going to take us in a direction that's different from what we've experienced. And just from the vibes that I got in this first minute, it just kind of feels like, since we know a lot of the house names and stuff, like we know Targaryen, we know Hightower, we know Stark, like a lot of these names we're familiar with. Since we're so familiar with them, I feel like this show has the potential to kind of hit the ground running, and that excites me. I enjoyed the first season. In fact, I think season 1 of Game of Thrones is like one of my favorite seasons of the whole series. But to have the opportunity to kind of hit the ground running with this show is really, really exciting. So everything that I've seen has gotten me really, really stoked for it.
I was just so blown away. We're going to talk about the throne here in a bit, because there is a difference, and some people are going to have to, suspend their belief a little bit. But Johnny, I wanted to go to you next. Just general thoughts on the teaser, and then maybe let the audience know why Matt Smith is going to be a good lead, or maybe not a good lead for this series, depending on how you look at it. But there's a lot of people that are on the Matt Smith hype train right now.
I mean, as far as, just general thoughts on the show, I loved all of the little nods to the lore. Seeing all of the different house sigils. There were so many in that show. I counted at least 4 different sigils of houses that are very prominent in the Game of Thrones mythos. And the little things, those were all things that I love. But as far as Matt Smith goes, I've been all in on Matt Smith for a long time now. He came in. I'm an unabashed Doctor Who fan. If you've been around long enough, you've probably heard me talk about it with other people and different shows we've done. Oh, no. It's a Matt Smith is a character, as a guy who you look at him and you immediately think he has that sort of bumbling buffoonishness to him in a lot of things, and he portrayed that extremely well in his early part of his tenure. But there was one specific episode where you got to see, more of the ominousness of Matt Smith come through. It was the episode, I can't for the life of me remember the name of it, but he was infected by the Cybermen. And you got to see that darkness come through in a way that was just intense. He pulls off that intense broodiness. He has such an emotive face.
Look at that smolder.
Exactly, like those cheekbones. It's like
blue steel.
It's intense. Like, he looks through you, not at you.
I think he's looking over my left shoulder, so I'm guessing this room is haunted.
But he's an amazingly talented actor that you don't see very much of. I mean, he was supposed to be in was it episode 9?
Yep, he wasn't only supposed to be in it, he shot scenes for the movie. Originally, we were going to see when Palpatine got healed, he was going to go back to the actual young Palpatine, but they wanted to stick with Ian and have him be the big thing. I think that was a misstep. I would have loved to see young, proper lightsaber wielding Palpatine with Matt Smith. I think it would have been great.
It would have made that final duel something worth noting.
Yeah.
But he's a phenomenal actor that doesn't get the love he deserves. And I am so happy to see him get it in this sort of like, it's still a niche fan base. Like Game of Thrones is big, but it's not as big as he deserves. He deserves to be in like the big stuff. There's got to be a Marvel character out there for him.
Well, I mean, for a good chunk, I know I'm not expecting House of the Dragon to be as big as Game of Thrones, although they're marketing it right by calling it Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon, and not just House of the Dragon. Whether you could be a diehard that disagrees with that, but marketing wise, that is the right call to do.
Well, I mean, it's in the same vein as when they did Rogue One, a Star Wars story. Like, if you just do Rogue One, people are going to be like, what the hell is that? But as soon as you put the subtitle, a Star Wars story in there, all of a sudden it's got the credibility that is associated with the franchise. Now, Game of Thrones' credibility has been taking hits. Like I said, there have been a lot of memes on the internet about, the final season and making fun of it and how there were certain storylines from like seasons 1 and 2 that didn't get addressed in the final season. That stuff is kind of plaguing different meme pages on Facebook, especially. So, it's kind of a double-edged sword, if you'll pardon, the medieval fighting pun. But the credibility of Game of Thrones is a double-edged sword right now, because some people are like, oh, well, it's going to be a really shit storyline then if it's a Game of Thrones show. Or maybe it's like, oh, it's going to have fantastic characters just like Game of Thrones did. So right now it's kind of divided, but I feel like once we get a little more content, maybe get some behind the scenes stuff, maybe some pictures, like a variety spread or something like that. Once we get a little more of that type of publicity, I think a lot more people will be on board with it.
I think
it'll be interesting to see though, how many people have picked up the show now after, because a lot of people weren't able to catch Game of Thrones in its original run because people are not all paying for HBO or whatever, and now it's it's all over streaming services. It'll be interesting to see how many people have picked it up afterwards, and maybe you have a larger fan base that liked it. I don't know how many people are going to come back. Obviously, having the news that they brought George R.R. Martin in to oversee everything, whereas obviously the last season of Game of Thrones kind of went away from his story vision in the books for whatever reason.
Stop. That is a huge misconception. Tommy and I literally just talked about this today. He himself has said that the path that the last few seasons of the show, 6, 7, and 8, takes to get to the end point is different. So like there's a lot of things that you might like, there might not be even Hardhome in the books now. Hasn't happened in the books. A bunch of that stuff hasn't happened. However, like the end stuff in terms of Daenerys, in terms of Bran, that is what happens. That is what's going to happen, and that is what's still going to piss off so many people. Obviously, there's a couple of key characters in the books that never ever appeared in the TV show, that play a massive part in that. But it's just what drives me crazy, and we don't have time to get into this today. I want everybody to give their thoughts on the teaser still. But like it's a part of the fan base that, I mean, I just finished rewatching it. It was only the second time I've ever seen season 8. And in short, I really think the people that are, they did Daenerys bad in season 8 obviously weren't paying attention to the first 7 seasons. I
totally agree with you.
Paid extra attention. It's like, okay, maybe there's no. She says the whole fucking time if she has to do it, she'll take it with fire and blood. Every fucking season. I think the part that probably pisses people off though is she
the people that are most pissed off, in my opinion, are the ones who got like really, really excited at how sweet and innocent and brave she was in the first couple of seasons. and then they got knocked up and they named their kid Daenerys.
Yep.
And then like their kid's like 7, 8 years old, and this final season comes around and she turns into a bitch and a half that's riding a bunch of scales. And the next thing you know, it's like, what the fuck? I named my kid this. Like,
She does
like,
a brilliant job of acting that way, though. Like, she does a brilliant job of going from being like really sincerely seeming like an innocent person, and I want to do all the good, and
Mhm.
I'm, freeing all the slaves. And I mean, she gets fucked over so many times by like, you freed the slaves. Well, you pissed off everybody, and now they killed a bunch of people, and blah blah blah. And
yeah.
and you see the look in her eye during the last few seasons. She's definitely struggling with like, I'm just gonna fucking burn everybody. Then like, there's a couple times when Tyrion's like, okay, we need to slowly change the opinions of people and whatever. And she like looks at him like, how'd that fucking work last time when you screwed up? Like, you can see the fire in her eyes. She's slowly going crazy, and it's so evident. I don't know why people are upset about it, but
I stand by my assertion. It's the people who are parents of kids named Khaleesi. Like back in 2012, that was like a top 5 girls' name of babies being born. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, you can look it up. Like the most popular baby names were things like Daenerys and Khaleesi and shit like that. And their kid, 2019 comes around, their kid's like 7 or something, and they watch their precious Khaleesi, turn into this hellhound, and you're like, I hope to God my kid doesn't turn out like that. Like, that's why you wait until the end of the series before you start naming your kids after them. Like, I'm not naming my kid Jon Snow.
I mean, I named my kid Sandor.
We'll dive into that discussion more on House of the Empire because there's a lot of time for it. Quickly though, Tommy B, I want to get your thoughts on this, and Johnny, maybe you can follow him up. So House of the Dragon, obviously we're going to see familiar places that might look a little different, familiar things. We've seen the blade or dagger or whatever you want to call it that Arya gets. It's in the trailer. The throne's in the trailer. You see Dragonstone, you see the Red Keep, you see it feels like Game of Thrones, even though these are all sort of new characters. Basically, you might have heard of them in previous books or lore. Tommy, for you, can you be engaged knowing that it's whole new cast, whole new characters? So you're not getting those other characters, but you're getting some familiar places and settings. Is that enough for you, or does it need to win you over more?
I mean, I'm not as much of a Game of Thrones fan as many other people are. I follow a few subreddits. I check them out. The fan base is pretty active over there. But I'll say they did a damn good job of building up the universe in the original series. In my opinion, from beginning to end. You've seen beautiful scenery, iconic battles and locations, and just featuring just a little bit of that in some way is, will likely be enough to click people. What stands out to me the most, as far as this trailer, and it's very much surface level, is I think they did a damn good job with like taking some of these Targaryens and really basing them off of Emilia Clarke's likeness or whatever. You can see a little bit of similarities in some ways. And of course, some of that's just, we'll just throw some friggin' blonde hair on there or whatever. But yeah, it's pretty freaking exciting. I think there's a lot to go on there, and
those facial features, it's uncanny.
Yeah, no, it is. I'm like, did they fucking grab her for this or what?
To be clear, people haven't put it together yet, because I don't think they've officially come out and told the public this. But that is the same person as that same character anyway. House of the Dragon isn't, just one linear story. It's telling a couple of different stories at the same time, but you're going to see Game of Thrones, once Bran started to do his thing, started to explore some flashbacks where, at least to my knowledge, flashbacks are super prominent all through the first season of this show, and it's how it catches you up in the story. But I agree with the Targaryen stuff and the Daenerys look, and I think that's obviously by design. They are Targaryens. Johnny, is it enough for you? And do you think it's enough for the public, knowing that it's not Kit Harington and Emilia Clarke and so on, but that you're going back to that world, at least?
I mean, I think, the answer to those two things are different. Is it enough?
All right, let me jump in there for a second, because I know you're not a big fan of the prequels, and I know CGI is a big thing. I think the Star Wars prequels would have been received way better if it's at least looked like the original trilogy or looked something similar. Like, you really had to suspend your belief that was taking place in the same galaxy as people saw in the 70s and 80s. I do think Game of Thrones has that going for them with this, where it's like, okay, there's some subtle differences, but like, this is Westeros still.
It's already, there isn't really much change. It's a medieval empire. It always was and always is. It's not like suddenly we're looking backwards and the technology has improved. Like, where is that 200 years from now type stuff? That you get at some point in the Star Wars prequels, where it's like, well, how come they couldn't do stuff like this in this, in the original films? So it gets a little convoluted when you're doing it in science fiction, where you have to be rigorous with your timeline protection.
Dude,
otherwise you're going to end up with chaos.
Star Trek is the biggest victim of that.
Very
People
much
were
so.
people were bitching about Enterprise and Discovery, more so about Discovery than they did Enterprise, I feel like. But oh my god, like, that whole first season of Discovery was just ripped to shreds because it didn't resemble Kirk's timeline at all, and it's only supposed to be like 10 years away from Kirk's time. And now those same people that were trashing it are like super excited for the new Pike spin-off series, and I'm just like,
It's had time to come into its own.
It did, but oh my gosh, the continuity of it all is something that sci-fi is plagued with time and time again.
Oh, for sure. When you're presenting a prequel or sequel to a series that close in proximity timeline-wise, you have to be rigorous with your stuff, like your technologies and your storylines and stuff like that when existing in a vacuum. Here, you don't really have to do that. It's 200 years pre-Game of Thrones, I believe. So, I mean, 200 years is a long time for thing to change. And one of the things I see people complaining about is the Iron Throne as a big one, because it has the book look now.
Yeah.
Like, and
Dan and Dave were completely against for Game of Thrones.
It's so funny. It's so funny. Like, that's people's.
I prefer this look.
Like, people are complaining about it looking this way when those are probably the same people that were complaining about how it looked in the first show.
Well,
it doesn't look like the books. Oh, it looks too much like the books. It doesn't look like the show. Bitch, pick a side already.
Well, I mean, you always had your book people. Now you have your TV people doing the same thing the other direction. What, does it look like Game of Thrones? Well, no, it's 200 years ago. Yes, the Iron Throne is going to look different 200 years ago. Are we going to see the transition? No. But we already know that, the keep goes through changes over the course of, the centuries.
If you like wars, if you like insane action and long-term storytelling, if you like Targaryens and Starks, and if you like lots of fucking dragons, you might like this show.
Wait, so we're going to see dragon porn on this show?
No comment. No comment.
You said lots of fucking dragons.
Let's be real.
Are we going to see lots of fucking dragons or lots of dragons?
Zach's been wanting to see that since Shrek.
If
he's like, how does that work?
Honestly,
and then all of a sudden
that is a big question. Like
how does a donkey have sex with a dragon?
He does it in the ass.
That's Zach as a child watching Shrek.
I have to admit, I'm stoked for this. There is going to be lots of dragons in this show. I'm thrilled to see more dragons. We only had 3 seasons of full-grown dragons on Game of Thrones,
if that.
And you're starting with, I think, 18 to 20 in this. I can't remember. I think it's 18. They just talked about it recently in an interview, and they're trying to give them, like, some of them look similar, but Some of them they're not all going to look like the dragons that we're used to seeing from Game of Thrones. Some of them look a bit different. Some of them are a bit bigger. Some of them are a bit smaller. So it does have a very heavy CG budget. The other thing that might turn some people off this show, though, like I know some people that had a legitimate issue with the whole Jamie and Cersei storyline, the incest. I got news for you. If that
You're gonna be in for a bad time. The Targaryens are literal motherfuckers.
The Targaryens don't have a family tree; they have a family bush.
Yeah.
No, it's more like a family electrical pole. Just goes straight up.
I'm making more like an it's like the ivy fence at Wrigley Fields.
People, there's lots of incest. Okay, there's lots of incest. Richard asked earlier if Matt Smith was playing Aegon Targaryen. No, he's playing someone called Daemon Targaryen. Daemon. He is the brother to the king. And I won't tell you the other thing because that might be a spoiler. So he's
the brother father to the king.
Brother, father, and the husband to his sister.
Brother, father, uncle.
Well, let's just say you're barking up the right tree.
Man, if only Shakespeare could have seen this, like he would have had a field day with the Oedipal complexes.
I'm stoked though. Here's my next question, guys. Did this trailer get you hyped for Game of Thrones again? Kieran? I was surprised you I mean, I know your answer, but you were really positive about it in the chat.
Yeah, no, I actually really loved it. It's funny. The thing that got me, the thing that got me to pop the most was when I saw the little, the Hand of the King pin there. Like, I don't know why, but that was like, oh my god, it's definitely Game of Thrones. I don't know, it really made me pop. The sword fighting little snippet, I've watched it several times over. It's intense, and having a jousting scene. Showing off a lot of, like we said, the Game of Thrones, the throne, everything like that. Just little comment about that. We're saying there's the people who are talking about the old throne. I think the people who are complaining are just the complainers. So they can just fuck off. I don't care about them. The throne looks whatever way they want it to. You know, if you're going to complain about that, fuck off. Yeah, I thought it was great. I was definitely really popped. I watched it 10 times as well. Like Zach says, he watched it a bunch of times. I watched it over and over again, and not to slow it down and try to evaluate it or anything like that. Just because I was like, oh man, I need to see that again. Click. Oh fuck, I'm gonna do another one. Click. Oh, I'm on break at work. Let's watch that again. Click. It was awesome. It really got me pumped. Everything looks spectacular, and I have zero things to pick apart. Zero. I had zero things I didn't like about it. I really like the line as well that, the thrones were one with dragons. It really makes you pumped up to see all these dragons. And also I think it's great that they called it Game of Thrones, because I understand Game of Thrones is that, the game never ends, is what I'm trying to say, I guess. The Game of Thrones never ends. That game on that planet, in that setting, is never going to end. There's never going to be peace for 1,000,000 years and on. It's never going to end. So anything involved in that world can be called Game of Thrones this, Game of Thrones that game, because it tells the storyline of the whole thing. And unless they're going to do a Game of Thrones show that doesn't revolve around everyone trying to fuck each other over and fuck each other for the throne, then they can call it Game of Thrones. I don't see why they couldn't call it Game of Thrones.
Tommy, did this get you hyped for Game of Thrones again?
I mean, I never followed Game of Thrones as much as everyone else. I came through, I watched the majority of the series, caught up for the final season. I watched the final season as that was on. But I think that, for anyone who's seen the series whether they caught up at the end, months later, a year later, whatever, or if they followed it from season one. There's some excitement to be had here, right? Like, I think they did a pretty good job of making some allusions to the original series and how you're gonna find some elements, uh, you know, at play here that will be nods for the original fans. At the same time, this is very much a new series, and don't expect everything to be the exact same.
Johnny, did it get you hyped? And what was your favorite part of it, if you don't mind me asking?
I mean, it got me hyped for House of the Dragon. It didn't get me hyped for Game of Thrones, because I can distinguish the two. But it just, yeah, it got me hyped for this series. I was always hyped for it. Like, I was always excited to see it because the cast has looked good. They've been adding interesting people, and the stories have been interesting, and it's interesting. And this trailer definitely added to that by playing on the history. Adding in those nods and Easter eggs to the future. And those are all exciting to me. The thing that I probably popped for the most was Cat's Paw, the dagger. Just because it's such a huge part of the future. Like you see other of the famous Valyrian steel blades, but that's the one that stands out because that's the one that's still around in 200 years. We don't see any of the other blades, but we do see that one, and it's extremely prominent, and I'd kind of like to see its story weaved throughout this as well, because it is such a huge part of the future.
Zach, what's your hype level at, man? What was your favorite part?
I'd say my hype level is probably around an 8 out of 10. Like, it was really, really good, but I feel like we still need a little more extrapolation. We need, some of those publicity spreads, like I mentioned earlier. Like, I want a few more details, and it's not just out of nitpicking what I saw, because we only saw a minute. And some of that was just a photo that said 2022. Like, they spent like 5 seconds just saying that. So there wasn't a whole lot, but it was like a bunch of quick snippets that were meant to get people excited, and it did that for me. But it also made me want to see more. So I'm excited for it. Obviously, I'm excited for House of the Empire, which I'm probably gonna be ready to start up as soon as football season finishes. And so I'm really excited for going back into Game of Thrones to anticipate House of the Dragon. I'm excited for the cast. I'm excited for the return to Westeros. But I think one of the things I'm actually most excited for, just based off of what we saw in this teaser, was the introduction of a house that we really didn't get a lot of coverage on in Game of Thrones, and that's with I think it's House Valerian.
Yep.
I think that's how it's pronounced. There's a lot of representation going on in that house, and there's a lot of stuff from the Song of Ice and Fire wiki that I read this afternoon that shows them to be major players and major allies with various parts of the Targaryen household during the Dance of Dragons. So they're going to be key players in what we see in this show, and we know next to nothing about them except for the lore that we read about online, or maybe some mention in the books that I just haven't gotten to yet, or something like that. So I'm excited to see just how big a role they play and to what extent they play in this show, because I think it could turn out to be something really, really good for the Game of Thrones lore, to not just be exploring the likes of Stark and Targaryen, but to see the peak and possibly the fall of a really prominent house over the course of this show.
Yeah, no, I think that's exactly what's going to happen. Zach, when do you think we might be able to see you next, man? Where can everybody find you at?
Dude, that's a good question. I'm hoping to be back on IPC in the next few weeks, and I'm hoping to be on House of the Empire. I'm hoping to be back on here if there's any more stuff that happens between now and the next trailer. But just follow my socials at Zach the Voice, which has been my username here all evening. you can keep up with the football stuff that I'm doing, and then I'll be, posting the teasers and the photos for whenever the first episode of House of the Empire drops. In the meantime, you can keep up with the IPC podcast. Ben's been doing some really great discussions without me, and he's carrying that torch like a trooper. I feel really bad. I feel like I need to get him some food or something, or some kind of a thank you gesture for my absence for 10 weeks. But judging by the way the football season's going, I should be back on the channel pretty regularly in the next month or so.
Awesome, man. Well, we thank you.
Give him
for
some
doing
barbecue
this.
sauce. He might appreciate that. It's not like
Oh, sure. It's not like he doesn't have tubs of
yeah.
that in his kitchen at his parents' house.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't have enough of that.
Make him a homemade batch. He'll appreciate it.
I'll send him some Dr. Pepper barbecue sauce around the same time I try and send some up north. Jade, I haven't forgotten. I've got some. I just need to have some shipping money so that I can actually send it up to you. I have not forgotten.
All right, fellas. We're going to take a short 2 to 3 minute break. Zach's going to take his exit, and we'll be back talking Halloween Kills, Halloween/spooky season movies, and some other stuff. So we'll catch you on the flip side of this break. All right, and we are back. Time to continue on with Fandom Empire Live. Looking forward to talking Halloween kills and Halloween movies / spooky movies and all that good shit. All right, we lost to Kieran and gained a Terrence, apparently. Terrence, long time no see. How are you, sir?
Well, let me tell you, I'm fucking great. This is a fucking excellent day. You came in here, you asked us to rank our top Halloween kills, and I got my list here, and I'm just excited.
Oh, the chat's already on fire. So about that, the ranking the top Halloween kills thing. When Johnny mentioned that in the chat this morning, I just first of all, I was working, but then I'm like, wait, what the fuck are you talking about? And so apparently, anyways, my message got lost in translation, and it's on me. And there wasn't supposed to be top Halloween kills tonight, but it sounds like you guys have done the list, at least a couple.
What?
Nope.
Okay, see, I meant to put Halloween movies. And somehow it came out. I probably typed Halloween kills. So
I don't even like that list either, but I fucking did a list.
Did you do?
I did both
It's
lists.
the wrong list, Terrence.
Of Halloween
I
kills?
watched every
How's that
fucking
make you feel?
Halloween movie today. I even watched Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. For nothing? You son of a bitch. You. Oh.
Someone bring Kieran back. Kieran caught wind that this guy was here. He's just like, fuck this. I'm out of here.
I'm debating joining him.
Johnny, did you do a list? Because I did not.
No, because you sent a message asking me what the guy was talking about. When I asked the questions, I was just like, okay, maybe I misinterpreted the intent.
I don't know. So I guess the only person that did a list was Terrence. So Terrence, I can't believe I'm saying this. I guess the floor is yours for a little bit.
Dear God.
Well, you guys don't even have a list?
It's all you, sir. You're the star for.
All right. Terrence's top list of all time Michael Myers kills.
That wasn't okay.
Jesus Christ, I wrote really. Number 5, that fucking greaser guy who gets choked and fucking stabbed in the head with a gardening tool. That was.
Wait, what? Whoa. Explain that again, please.
Well, there's that fucking greaser guy.
Okay,
fucking-
are you talking about Mike in that terrible Halloween 5 movie?
Well, I agree, it's a fucking shit movie. Terrible movie, but that doesn't mean it can't. Like, it's got some realistic kills in it.
Sure.
I bet you probably have some of those dumb kills that he has where he fucking lifts someone up. You probably had that fucking kill where he lifts that nurse up with the fucking shoves the scalpel up her back. Was that on your list?
We already explained to you, Terrence, that none of us have lists.
I watched fucking 14 hours of Halloween movies for this list. Seriously! You put me through you messaged Johnny. You told him. Here I am, repping my Tommy B shirt. And he didn't even make a list.
Wait, you bought a Tommy B shirt?
You know why I bought a Tommy B shirt? Is there a Terrence shirt?
Oh boy, here we go.
Tommy B's a bad bitch. That's the reason why you bought a Tommy B shirt.
Tommy B is he's the closest thing to me. He's always bitching about everything.
I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
I think we should get everyone in the chat to tell us that they want a Terrence shirt.
What would you want on a Terrence shirt?
What wouldn't I want on a Terrence shirt?
Oh God.
I'd want.
So it's just like an orgy of everything?
Well, it'd be a lot of great things. It'd be some great movies, some great actors. It would probably have some fucking ninja fighting weapons. Probably have some great quotes like hashtag karate body in there. It'd probably have all sorts of great Terrence stuff. And let me tell you, it would fly right off the racks.
If you say so.
What have we sold? Like 5 T-shirts? I'm sure I'd sell at least 400 T-shirts.
The Zacharoni says put Hayden Christensen on the shirt.
You could.
Yeah, he's one of your faves.
That guy fucking sells everything.
Dean, it definitely needs a hashtag piece of shit tag on it.
I mean, you could add that in there.
Terrence shirt, please, that says you don't have a list.
Fucking Sean leaving me out to dry again.
Too much.
So what are we going to do on this show? What do we got?
Well, you haven't given us your entire list.
Because you bitched about my first choice. Tell me, you'd have that kill with the scalpel in it on your list, wouldn't you?
No. No, I wouldn't. Tommy probably would. Yep. Thumbs up from Tommy. You all right there?
I'll tell you what was better than that one is the what is it? Hot tub kill. That one hits me better than that one.
Hot tub kill.
Yeah. Faux show.
Oh, hang on 1 second. I got to message Jade. I don't know if she's still watching.
Why don't we just move on now that you guys have fucking stranded me?
No. You got to finish your list. You have 2 more.
All right. So we got the car strangling, which is I think it's fantastic. It shows how Michael could be anywhere at any time. He's hiding around every corner. It's fantastic, brilliantly acted. And I got also from Halloween 1, I got when he strangles the guy with the glasses and lifts him up right in the air, fucking stabs him in the stomach.
Bob, Terrence, Bob,
yeah.
You don't even know who Bob is, Terrence?
I fucking know. Look, fucking 3 here, you fucking piece of shit.
All I see is Beetlejuice. I think that's a different list.
That's one of your other goddamn lists you made me do.
Bob.
You see Bob?
Yeah, I see Bob. I see Bob.
Think I don't know my shit?
I'm a little terrified because getting a glance at Terrence's list for the next segment is awfully similar to mine, and that is extremely terrifying to me right now.
The truth is,
I'm scared.
Johnny and Terrence, clearly the same person.
Oh, clearly. Absolutely. Yep, most definitely.
It's been said that it's possible that I'm one of your cousins.
I do have a lot of cousins. It's not impossible.
I said it's been said. It's not fucking possible. If I was part of your family tree, I'd fucking hang myself from it.
I think Terrence is remembering a conversation about cousins and a certain topic, and this headed south quickly.
Are we talking about Game of Thrones again?
Yeah, but that's obviously why Johnny's so excited about this fucking Game of Thrones coming back.
I'm still here. I'm just trying to get something out of my eye.
I don't recommend using a toothpick.
Thanks. Oh my god. What's number one? What's number one on
So
your?
how many shirt orders have we got so far?
None.
Put the shirt up. It just says hashtag piece of shit.
Hashtag piece of shit. Yeah, that's very good.
Hashtag Team Terrence on the back. 400 sales right off the bat. I know Frank Riker would buy 10. One in each color.
Oh,
Am I the host of the show now, or what the fuck is happening here?
it feels like I got poked in the eyes. What's happening? Oh. All right. Well, since nobody else had, sorry, did he read his one yet, or is he just going on about shirts? What's the number one kill?
I can't read my own writing.
Useless. Tommy, don't say that about Terrence. That's terribly rude.
All right, my
I'm
favorite
sorry.
kill is the kill where you see it through the window and he comes around, he walks in the door, and he slices the girl's throat. That's my favorite one. It's realistic. He slices her throat, blood everywhere. It's fucking fantastic.
Toronto
You tell you what I don't like is him fucking lifting people up like this all the time with fucking crazy shit. Halloween kills, he's gonna lift someone up with a fucking fireman axe thing and fucking what? He's gonna pipe them and just lift them up like that? They should fucking fall right through it or something. How is that fucking possible?
He ate his Cheerios.
It's just like that fucking scalpel kill. Like, you can't fucking lift someone up with a fork. Like, fucking.
Oh my god.
It's physically impossible.
Toronto Freddy says, I need to get a picture with Terrence while I'm dressed up as the Shape at the premiere. Please tell me he'll be there. Terrence, is there any chance he'll be appearing with us at the Halloween Kills premiere?
Well, if you fucking tell me where the tickets are, he keeps saying, we don't got tickets yet. We don't got tickets yet.
Accurate.
Yeah, Sean, where the fuck's the tickets?
I'm gonna check again right now. It's hilarious that Landmark and Cineplex seem to be the last places to get these tickets.
Hashtag piece
they
of
got
shit.
tickets up. I guess we're getting tickets as soon as we're off air.
What about right now?
Terrence saves the day again. Put Terrence in for one.
So Terrence is coming. Oh my god. John,
I want to sit right beside Matt Whitfield.
Oh, you didn't hear Matt won't be joining us anymore, Terrence.
You know what? Can we
This
sit
is
Terrence
how
next
much
to
out of
Matt?
the loop you are.
We'll ship Matt. We'll ship Terrence to wherever Matt's watching it.
This sounds like a great idea. I second that.
But you know, Terrence, I hear that your Maple Leaf mail isn't all that good, so we'll do our best to get your ticket to you. Hope it doesn't get lost. So
Please let Terrence be on the Halloween Kills premiere. Whoa. Oh, we said he might come to the premiere. We never said he's going to be on the show that night. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see on that one.
I think you guys should all fucking riot. Tell Sean you're not watching shit unless Terrence is on it. Hashtag free Terrence.
Oh my god.
Free Terrence.
All
From
right.
the tyranny of Sean and his fucking ticket holding, fucking ticket gate bullshit.
yeah, Sean, you fucking tyrant.
I guess that's the T-shirt, Terrence.
It'll be one of many.
Tyrant. I can get used to that one. Brings me back.
Because you like that fucking Resident Evil bullshit.
What's wrong with Resident Evil?
It's bullshit.
Why?
Have you ever put something in one chest and then walked in a completely fucking different room in your house and the same fucking things in that chest?
I don't know about you, but I don't got a lot of chests in my home.
I can think of a couple.
Best I could do is like one.
Is there any? It doesn't make any sense that zombies can't come in any room that has a fucking typewriter.
Yeah, I mean, I heard they're allergic.
What?
It's true. It's zombie lore. They're allergic to
The
typewriters.
spool of the typewriter exudes a pheromone that is anti-brain, so they just don't go near it.
Well, that's the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard. Because zombies are fucking dead, so allergies want to die them.
Oh my god!
Say anything about allergies, Terrence? I said exudes a pheromone. They still
Sean
smell
said they were
brain.
allergic.
Oh, well, okay. I can't excuse that.
You ever seen a fucking zombie wipe its nose? They're covered in shit anyways.
Oh my god! Terrence, do you have a list of spooky movies you watch yearly? Are you sticking around for that list?
I got the list. It's one of like 7 different lists you made me do this week.
Oh my god! We should see if we can ship Terrence to Matt and Mike.
Can we do that?
I think I'm on board with that now for sure.
What I want to know is 7 lists. Like, I'm being left out of the fucking loop here. Like, there's
Yeah,
lists
nobody
going
knows.
on I don't even know about.
Any estimate when the show will end? What? Is Terrence pissing you off that much?
Yeah.
Who
totally.
said that?
Please do a segment called Terrence's List. We probably got about 40 minutes left. 40 or so. And speaking of which, oh, that didn't work. I don't know why. Oh well, shit happens. Let's start off with our list. Johnny, why don't you we'll go on it. Actually, do you guys all have 5 movies or no?
I mean, I have 5 movies, but they're not in order.
No, neither am I. So we'll just give one at a time. Why don't you
I
leave?
questionably consider one a movie. I picked 5 things. So,
I bet all your movies are questionable.
well, I bet you're a piece of fucking shit. How about that?
Catch me on the outside. How about that?
Just
Anyway.
catch me outside. How about that?
Oh, you know what? Shit. Johnny, I'm listening, but go ahead.
All right. For me, I don't say I came at this in a different direction, but to me, when you say spooky, I think the stuff that's more kid friendly, right? Like it's not fully scary, but it's spooky. It can give you a jolt if you're young enough or you're in the right mood, but it's more lighthearted, almost comedic, I guess, while trying to capture the spooky Halloween season. So that's where my 5 come from. My first one, we're going back to the mid 80s. It's the only movie I know of in history that has been theatrically released with multiple endings simultaneously. Clue. It's a phenomenal
How'd that work?
cast. I mean, Christopher Lloyd, Tim Curry, Martin Mull, Susan Sarandon. It's just a phenomenal ensemble comedy cast with a movie that just envelops a good old fashioned game of Clue.
How you get a theatrical release with multiple endings? Like, do you just
we
go into the
break
movie
this? All I see
and
are black
whatever you
screens.
end up with?
And my clock is frozen.
Johnny's apparently
I'm
gone.
refreshing.
The rest of us are still here.
Does it take place on Halloween or something?
I think
It's a Halloween movie?
I'd say Clue is, yeah, for sure.
Does it take place on Halloween?
No, it doesn't have to. A lot of horror movies don't, but they're all Halloween movies.
So what's Halloweeny about Clue?
It's Clue. It's Clue. Oh, Johnny might be done. Oh
What?
So, like, how did that thing work where
None.
it was theatrically released with multiple endings?
Bueller?
Like, did you just go into the
no. Are
into
you
the theater
on again, Johnny?
I'm here.
Okay.
How far back did I crap out? Because I noticed that
Explain
everything
to
kind of
us.
froze, and
How is Clue a Halloween movie?
it's not. It's a spooky movie. It's spooky movies, Terrence. It's not Halloween movies.
All right, well, my number one movie is Empire Strikes Back because it's fucking awesome.
It's not spooky. What is spooky about it?
What's spooky about Clue? One guy dies, right?
Yes. I trying to figure out who did it. Well, the house is like actively acting. It's spooky, Terrence. Don't poop on my parade.
Hear that? Hear that, Terrence? Fuck off.
Well, I picked actual Halloween movies, not just my fucking personal list of I like to watch these movies in October.
Oh man, this guy.
So what's your number 5, Terrence?
Well, my number 5 is The Addams Family. It's way more spooky and way more horror themed, and I don't Clue? I don't think I'm gonna be able to get over this.
Can someone please answer my fucking Clue question?
What's your Clue?
I
question?
didn't hear it, Tommy. Obviously, it happened while I was.
So, like, how did that work? Like, it was theatrically released with multiple endings. Did they just like put whatever cut of the film, whatever version on your screen, and whatever you ended up with?
I think it was different theaters got different cuts, so it would have multiple endings in different theaters. So you could see it in multiple theaters and have different endings. But it all kind of tracked down to all of the different characters. It's like a Clue board game, right? You don't know who did it until the very end. So all the different, there was a cut of the film, I think, where each character was the murderer. And they were all theatrically released because they, of course, filmed all the endings, and then they just released them
But I'm assuming the
theatrically.
film was not that different, depending on.
No, it was just the last, the final scene, basically, is what was different.
Neat.
So basically, Tommy B, when they film a movie, they use a camera to film scenes of people pretending to be characters, and sometimes they can film more than the amount of movie that they have, and they can cut it into different film strips, and then when they send them off, they can be different.
That was very enlightening. Thank you. Thank you for clarifying.
Well, I'm here to educate. Don't let anyone ever tell you different. I'm friendly to come here and let you know how the movie industry works.
Alrighty. So who's next?
I don't think we ever established an order. You just threw me up first.
Yeah,
I'll do one. Halloween Town. I know they're kiddie movies, but I fucking love the first couple.
It's a good
Halloween
series.
Movies. They're after 2, it gets real shit real quick, but the first 2 are.
The third one
really,
wasn't
really
bad. It's when they changed the actress playing the main character that got weird.
Usually it does. Tommy B, what do you got for us, man?
So for my number 5, I came in with Carrie, because beyond the first Halloween, it's probably a horror movie I've potentially seen more than most others. So yeah, it's a good one. It's a good year. I'm talking the old 70s, I think, Carrie.
Terrence, dare I ask? We seen Beetlejuice on the list earlier.
Yeah, that's it. My number 2 movie, Beetlejuice. Fantastic movie. Michael Keaton. It's got lots of fantastic acting. It's got those fucking giant worms that are scary as shit. It's got really cool effects. The fucking guy pulls his face out like this. It's fucking scary as shit.
I think you said that already, Terrence.
Well, thank you very much. I know you never repeat yourself.
Oh, guilty. Johnny, what do you got for us, man?
My next one, again, like I said, I didn't do these in any particular order. Hocus Pocus. You know, Bette Midler, Sarah Jessica Parker. It just, there's something about that movie that's just fun spookiness, you know, and it's a Halloween movie, Terrence, so you can't even get on me about that.
That's why I got it there, Johnny.
I can't hear Terrence. Now, what?
You can't hear Terrence?
I couldn't hear Terrence.
I can hear
What?
Terrence.
I think it was because Tommy was loading in. Sometimes that
Mm.
fucks around with StreamYards a bit.
All right. Tommy, what do you got for us next, man?
My number 4 came in at...
Oh, we're numbering them now.
Tommy did.
Well.
He said he did.
Yeah,
Guess I'll
but that's
just go
okay, cool,
fuck
because I
myself.
don't like my list anyway. My list is a piece of shit, so my list is so bad. It keeps scaring Sean away. So I also numbered on here,
Apparently
and
he
I was
chose
torn
himself
between
real
which
hard.
parody I wanted to include. So I just threw, your scary movie. By the way, it's very much better than Scream, the movie it perhaps parodies the most. So yeah, we got scary movie in there.
All right, Terrence.
Well, fucking Johnny got a hold of my list or something. Fucking, I guess he wanted an expert opinion, and he fucking somehow fucking has cameras in here, fucking watching me.
I do not watch you, Terrence. I don't even like being on the same panel as you. So
It's Hocus Pocus. Hocus Pocus is a fucking fantastic Halloween movie. It actually involves Halloween. It's not like fucking Clue. It's got cats, black cats, and witches, and it doesn't have Clue in it. It's fucking it's fantastic. There's like witches brewing and fucking all sorts of magic spells, and there's no fucking candlesticks. It's not based on a board game. It fucking actually has something to do with Halloween.
I'm gonna go Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. It's a very Halloween feeling movie. We're gonna watch that here next Wednesday after we do a final Halloween Kills preview. 4 of us gonna sit there and watch a movie. That's gonna be interesting. We've never done that before. Terrence, you're not invited. I'm sorry. Kieran won't allow that. He basically said we had to choose you or him, and well, we chose Kieran. So
You chose that fucking hippie over me.
Tommy did, to be exact. Tommy did.
Fucking Tommy.
I mean,
love-
like, with Phantom
love this
Empire,
fucking
there's
shirt.
ranking.
Hey, tell you what I'm gonna do with
Here's
this.
a ranking.
I'll fucking tear this fucker. I'm gonna return this goddamn shirt.
No return. Sorry.
no refunds specifically.
Yes, that too. Johnny, I guess it's back to you, man.
The only reason I'm not tearing off this fucking shirt is because then you'd fucking see my fucking ripped abs and fucking karate muscles, and you gotta fucking pay for that shit.
Yeah, by all means, please feel free to post your OnlyFans in the chat.
Okay, I need to leave now and go bleach my eyeballs.
This person's only here because of Kieran. Well, Kieran left a while ago, so
That fucking hippie. That fucking hippie.
Okay,
Didn't prepare for the show. That's probably why. He probably didn't prepare all his fucking list.
okay. This is a film that encompasses multiple seasons phenomenally well. It is both spooky and peppy, Halloweeny and Christmassy. Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah. I'm on board with that. That's a good one. That's a really good one. Way
He
better.
fucking did it again.
Oh God. So that's your next pick too?
Well, it's only my pick. He stole him.
Now listen here, bitch. I did my list before either of you did.
How do you know when I did my list, Tommy?
Because I know when you do your list. It is not as early as when I do mine.
That's not always true.
That fucking guy's got the cameras. That's how we know. He's got cameras on all of us. That fucking Kylo Ren looking son of a bitch from down there.
I do. I sell your feeds to folks for tips and favors.
That guy down there.
I make quite a handsome living off of that.
Sequel trilogy loving asshole down there fucking got cameras on all of us. I know it.
Did you just say I'm a sequel trilogy loving asshole?
He did. He
Oh,
did.
you obviously are. You're dressed like fucking Kylo Ren every day.
Ooh. 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 Ooh, that hurt.
Kylo Ren, fucking Harry Potter, motherfucker, spying on all of us. How do you sleep at night, Tommy B?
I will finish what you started.
Ah!
Look at that beautiful background. Oh, look at them dunes. Just go swimming in there, rub around, roll in it. Roll in it.
Oh, I can't even breathe.
Looks so good. Looks like a sauna, right?
I'm
Just
choking
lay
on
in the sand, sit in it,
Oh!
maybe even strip down, you know what I'm saying? The sand. The sand.
Poor Terrence.
Hey, go away. You're covering the sand.
There we
We're
go.
having a thing.
We got rid of the
going on.
sand, man. We got rid of the sand. You're
Yeah,
cool.
we were having a thing. We were starting something.
We were ending something.
All right. I guess it'll wait till
yeah.
later.
I guess this always happens to Johnny when we remove him, add him back in. Weird. Alrighty. Who's up next?
I have no idea.
It was me, I think, because now our order's messed. It was always messed, though.
All right,
I'll just skip around. Nightmare Before Christmas was at the top for me because out of any movie I watched, that's probably the movie I look forward to watching the most every year around, October to, whatever range. It's a favorite. Is it a fucking Halloween movie or is it a fucking Christmas movie? It can be all. It's a multi-month, multi-season movie, and it's fan-freaking-tastic. Yep, Nightmare Before Christmas. Probably Tim Burton's best freaking film ever. Most iconic.
Terrence?
What about Batman 89?
Fuck Batman 89. Leave that shit in the motherfucking dumpster where you found it from.
Okay, whoa, Tommy, whoa.
You better not come to Canada. You better not come to Bowmanville when you come down here.
Why, you want to fight, Hockey Boy? Is that what you're saying?
What did you just call him?
You mother Canucker! You ain't got nothing on me.
I'll shove this fucking thing so far up your ass.
Be careful how much you clench point there. Don't clench that point too hard.
I'm gonna violate my rule, and you know what? I'm gonna shove this.
You're gonna violate yourself with that ninja tool?
I'm gonna shove this so far up your ass. It's gonna be.
You're gonna shove it so far up your ass?
I'm gonna live this right now.
Yo, this is getting to be a really OnlyFans stream, like for real, like holy shit.
Just like Michael
All right,
Myers.
hang on. We got a real question in here. Let's give this an answer. By the way, Dean said to the super chat that this is fucking-tastic. Glad you're enjoying yourself, Mr. Mean Dean. Toronto Freddy asks, ask Terrence what he thinks of the petition that was started because firefighters are being killed in Halloween Kills. Yes, there's a petition out there legitimately to remove the firefighter scene from Halloween Kills because it kills firefighters. Terrence, your thoughts on this?
Well, I fucking support it.
Sorry, what?
I support it. You know why?
No.
Because they already fucking spoiled it in a trailer anyway. Take it out, put something else in there. Maybe he can fucking kill some fucking paramedics and cops again, just like he always does. Like, he already kills all the other emergency services. He fucking kills nurses. He kills cops. He kills fucking ambulance workers several times in the movies. But firefighters are fucking special. Now, I don't believe in that, but they should remove it just so they can fucking put something in the movie we haven't goddamn seen in the trailer.
What if they replace firefighters with lifeguards?
He can fucking kill them too. He can fucking kill all the emergency workers.
Kenny says, you've got to be bleeping me, Terrence.
I don't think I've ever heard Kenny swear before.
I think
Oh,
Terrence is bleeping everybody.
You got Kenny swearing. That's oh man.
Toronto Freddy, holy shit, my stomach is fucking killing me. I'm starting a petition. Oh my!
I'll tell you what I wrote too. That petition thing was posted on Halloween Fandom last night. I forget who it was. If it was Freddie, if it was Robert Sutton, or who.
I think it was Dean.
Maybe someone posted. My comment was like, it's a little bit, not too soon, right? A little bit late, right? I mean, the movie's already been, premiered or whatever. It's been shown in the film festival how many freaking times? We're a little over a week from the public release, and we want to cut the scene out. Yeah, why not, right? Why not?
You know what it probably was? Everyone on
Why don't we just delay it again, right? Just fucking delay it a whole nother year again.
Everyone on that petition is probably in Halloween's a fucking fans group. That fucking it's probably all of those fucking trolls.
So another movie I have on my list is now bear with me here. It's the Santa Claus.
What the fuck kind of choice is that?
Terrence, go ahead.
That's not a Halloween movie.
You're just doing this to get me hyped up. You're just doing this. You just want me to choke on my own spit, don't you? You fucking blue hat wearing neckbeard asshole.
Are you jealous, Terrence? Why are you always clean shaved, by the way? Do you not grow facial hair? Is that not a thing for you?
Well, the fucking ladies don't like that bullshit.
Is that so? You
It's so.
What's your wife think of that?
She's seen me without a shirt, so she's fucking amazed. She fucking thinks I'm a god.
Is that before? Is that before or after you put the batteries in her?
You know I was an extra in 300, right? They fucking just CGI my body on every other fucking guy.
Sure thing, pal.
Doubt that very much. Freddie, why do you want to get a picture?
And it's fucking true.
Why do you want to get a picture with this guy again, Freddie?
I hope it's so he can stab him.
That it's plausible. It's plausible. No, it's not.
That's because he's hashtag Team Terrence. That's why.
Oh my
And he wants
much-
a fucking shirt.
How much are you paying him to be Team Terrence?
He's paying me the price of the shirt. He wants a shirt. He already told me.
The math doesn't add up there.
So no, not the Santa Claus, and I've only seen this movie once actually, but it just feels so Halloween like. Was Adam Sandler's Hubie Halloween? I thought it was. He makes 90% shit movies now. I thought this one was very, very enjoyable. It really
I can't
captured
believe
the
that's
Halloween
on your list.
Yeah.
Like that movie legit came to my mind because I really enjoyed it, but I didn't put it on this list. Wow.
I thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm gonna watch it again soon. Johnny, what you got for us, man?
All right.
How many more do you have? Why don't you just finish here? Anybody who has anything left on their list, let's finish up our
Is there
list
a
here.
sequel to Clue? That's what I want to know.
It is not a sequel to Clue. I have two more. Thank you very much. One of them we've already talked about is Beetlejuice. You know, it's the epitome of spooky. The cartoon that followed it, also amazing. Good stuff. My last one is one of my favorite movies from when I was a kid. It still holds up in the category of spooky fun. Ernest Scared Stupid. It is, without question, Jim Varney's best film as Ernest P. Worrell. And the movie holds up as a kid's movie. Like, it's an amazing movie. It's Ernest at his best. And it's got a funny villain. You got Eartha Kitt, at the end of her career. It's such a phenomenal movie that I watch it every year.
Nice. I like that. Tommy B, what's left on yours, man? What do you have left?
I don't know if I ever seen that friggin' movie. You know that? I don't know. Guess I'm
I
just a
expect
terrible
no
person.
less from Tommy fucking haven't seen the movie B. Tommy, I haven't seen it. Oh, that should be your fucking nickname.
That should come out in our Wave 2 of shirts. We'll take that under consideration, What was that? I haven't seen it.
Pretty much.
So,
All right. You got it left for us, then.
Rest of my list, I had. This isn't really a movie, right? It's not theatrical, timed or anything like that. But another thing I watch every year, it's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. It's a tradition.
That counts.
Yeah, it's good.
I'll take it. Just for you, because I want to hear you stop coming up with ideas.
Speaking of it today, I think they ended up coming out, and made the press release or whatever that it's going to end up being on public television this year. A lot of people complained when Apple bought it up or whatever they did. So apparently they're going to broadcast it in the U.S. at least. I don't know about y'all up there in the land of Maple
I don't think it
Leaf.
ever stopped up here.
Gotcha. Is Apple TV a thing up there? I would think it is. Yeah.
I don't know. I've never tried to get it. There's only ever been
is.
one show that ever intrigued me on Apple TV, and I'm not subscribing to a service for one show.
Not that it's much to write home about. I'll tell you that. One of my free subscriptions expired. I stopped.
You'll be
Anyway,
surprised.
the other
to
one
learn
I
about-
threw on there was the original Halloween.
The original Halloween. I can see that.
I've been a major, but even before I really got into the franchise, the 1978 film has always been a movie that I was, kind of cultured with, like many people. This is a good film to watch this time of year. It's a good film to watch, around Halloween. And so it's something I watched, if not every year, most years, just something to, enjoy.
Nice. Terrence, what was left on your list, man?
Well, because it was Tommy B's list, of course, as well. I just put Halloween on there. I like to watch Halloween 1, Halloween 2, and Halloween 4. And then I like to pray to God that I was dreaming about the other movies. And they don't actually fucking exist.
What about Halloween 3?
It's a movie, I guess.
It's a movie.
What's your chief complaint?
You know what? It's better than fucking Clue on my list. Fucking.
What's your hate with Clue?
It's not. It's not a Halloween movie.
Never said it was.
It's a Halloween movie list.
It's a spooky movie list, Terrence. Spooky.
What?
You know, like Casper the Ghost. Casper isn't really scary, but it's like a little spooky. You know.
I'm gonna go fucking check that list. He said Halloween movie.
Spooky, Terrence. Spooky.
Well, can I redo my list?
No.
We only need like another hour or so, I think.
Oh man. I had Halloween.
Fucking double your subscribers if we were on for another hour.
I had Halloween 4 on my list. I love rewatching that movie at this time of year. Halloween 4 has one of the best like Halloween feels to it, like the season that is. I thoroughly enjoy it. Halloween 4. It's my favorite Halloween movie for a reason, motherfuckers. All right. Terrence, are you just sticking with us here to the end? We don't have much longer to go. We have some two topics, and they're both.
I don't know if I can handle this or that with Terrence.
I'm in.
All right, he's in.
I think I should stay.
All right. Well, we're gonna end with this or that, but before
How many
then,
people are watching this fucking thing? Probably way more since I'm on it.
sorry, 1 second. It's important. All right. Anyways, let's move on. Venom 2 rocked the box office with 90 million domestically opening weekend, more than what Venom 1 made in a non-pandemic era. Incredible. Blew expectations out of the water. Anybody who thought that this movie wasn't going to fuck with Halloween Kills if they opened up beside one another, give your fucking head a shake. Halloween Kills was not going to destroy Venom like a bunch of you thought that it would. That's not a bunch of the audience. That's a bunch of people that kept saying that. Venom has done well. You know, I'm happy for it. More importantly, guys, I'm happy that the box office in general is doing well, and that people are starting to return to go see movies, and Bond opens up in North America this weekend, and Halloween Kills the next weekend, and Dune the following weekend. Movie theaters are booming right now. Johnny, I'll send it to you first, man, because I'm afraid to hear what Terrence has to say about anything box office wise. Surprising number, right?
Yes and no. I mean, it's certainly a big number, you know, considering the fact that, you know, the theaters are just starting to become a thing again. It's a big number. Is it surprising? I don't think so. I think the first one, you know, performed not just domestically, like box office wise, but it also picked up a lot of, you know, good things being said about it on the back end. It's got a lot of hype behind it with, you know, a lot of the upheaval in the MCU and the, you know, potential crossovers and, you know, universe melding and all these other possibilities and question marks that are out there in the world right now as far as, you know, surrounding Venom 2, that I'm not at all surprised it did a big number. You know, I think in a more normal world, like, because we're, you know, we're not back to, you know, we're still down a little, but considering where we're at, I mean, for 4,225 theaters that opened up in 90 million, that's a huge number. I mean, the domestic number is small because it opened in one country. You know, so
Internationally, I mean, yeah.
Yes, that is exactly what I meant. Internationally, it only opened in Russia simultaneously, which is kind of weird. I'm a little surprised by that. I
The
expected
number will
more.
go way bigger internationally.
Oh, absolutely. I'm just surprised it opened in Russia first. Like usually they're not on the cutting edge, but it's. I'm intrigued to see where it goes. I'll admit I was very late to the Venom train, to the point of I only watched the first one this past weekend. Finally sat down and watched it. And there's potential here.
Apologies. Sorry, I'm being messaged. We're trying to get our ducks in a row for Halloween Kills tickets here, so apologies.
Tickets.
Long enough. Terrence, your thoughts on Venom being successful in the box office?
Here's the news scoop. Superhero movies are quite often successful.
Not sure I'd call
That's
it.
all I'm going to say.
All right then. Tommy, finish us off, man. On this topic, anyway.
Venom, Let There Be Carnage. There's been, like any superhero movie, there has been a lot of, anticipation about it. The date's been jumped around a few times. It's been going, head to head of sorts, playing chicken with Halloween Kills there was for a time. And we just had no idea what was really going to happen. But those of us who really think critically here, we knew that Halloween Kills, if it opened up the same weekend, would not fare well. And as this box office number has shown us, we were fucking right. It's very, very good that the movie was pushed forward and that its release came first. Just in general, not on the same weekend. This kind of paves the way for Halloween Kills to hopefully do a little bit better. Although, of course, it's only going to do so good to begin with because they're just giving the movie away, right? So, whatever. I'm looking forward to seeing Kills. I'll probably catch, Venom 2, Venom Let There Be Carnage, whatever you want to call it. Eventually, I haven't even seen the first one, so that's
big surprise there.
But,
Tommy, I haven't seen the movie Bradshaw.
Yeah,
Strike the Brad.
Well, a while back, I'm pretty sure it was on, on Patreon, one of our shows. We did a little bit of coverage about Venom, and we said a certain thing, and I caught the news release. I think it was Monday, it might have been Friday or whatever, and I was very pleased when I heard that little piece of news we heard in advance was true. And, there's nothing more satisfying than that.
we had something else, right? What?
Yeah,
What?
I know, right? I don't want to say there's nothing more satisfying than that because there's a lot of things that are more satisfying than that. But it's always pretty freaking nice when you just get
Game of Thrones is just a show, man. You don't actually
sure about that.
It's easy to get things right when you're fucking got spy cameras everywhere.
Wow.
Hey, Terrence, look up. Smile.
All right, fellas. New posters. Halloween Kills. Here they are. I'll go last on what I think of these posters. Let's start with Terrence. We'll bookend this.
What the fuck? Why would they put this on the poster? Who the fuck wants to see these fucking chicks? I hope they all get fucking murdered in this movie. I wouldn't fucking put these up in my movie theater, I'll tell you that.
Johnny, thoughts on these alternative Peacock posters? Are you buying any of these and hanging them on your wall?
No. I think if I hung these on my wall, I think I'd catch an unnatural tan. I just the color is just unappealing to me. Like, it is too orange. It is too unnatural. You know, it does not. It doesn't appeal to me visually. Like, they just. I get the thematic thing of what they're going for, looking into the fire and what have you, but it just doesn't do it for me. You know, it's I don't know. It actually makes them look unattractive to me. Like, just it is very unappealing to me. The colors are so unnatural. I don't like it. Don't like it at all.
Johnny doesn't find them attractive because he's not related to any of them.
Back to this. Tommy B, your thoughts on these Strode women posters?
I mean, I know why they took this approach. You know, there's a precedent for it, but this isn't something I would want to hang up. I don't dig it. It's a pass.
I'm with Dean Renner. Fucking that chick's face looks like fucking origami.
Oh my God.
There's so many folds in there. Couldn't they have CGI'd that out?
These are fucking horrible. These are terrible. So unoriginal and unimaginative. Like, hey, let's just throw their faces over top of the actual Halloween Kills poster and make them look almost like this pastel like animated versions of themselves. And it just I gotta be honest. I'm done with the marketing. I'm ready to move on. I like so much of the stuff early, and I haven't liked a whole lot of what's come for a while. And this is no different to me whatsoever. I would not buy any of these.
They all look bored as shit too. They all look like they were fucking watching Star Wars sequel movies.
Horns
Look,
for Terrence.
Every one of them looks like, when is Luke going to start being good? When is this movie going to pick up?
Johnny versus Terrence. Johnny versus Terrence. All right. So tonight, in honor of Halloween Kills being quite close, we're going to do a partially Halloween Kills centric version of this or that. The chat can play along. We give you two options and you got to choose an option. There's no in the middle. There's no I don't want either or I want both. You can only pick one option. If you don't, you suck and you're not playing right. Anyways, let's start off with this, fellas. Which character are you looking forward to seeing more in Halloween Kills? Tommy Doyle or Lindsay Wallace?
Both.
Fuck you, Tommy. Let's start with Tommy B.
Both.
Have you seen the movies, Tommy? How who these characters are, Tommy? Have you seen the movies?
Which one is it, Tommy?
We'll go with Tommy Doyle.
Tommy Doyle. Johnny, which one? And maybe actually no, there is no why. It's this or that. Just
Tommy.
Terrence.
I hate to fucking agree with these guys, but Tommy Doyle, at least he's gonna fucking hopefully hit Michael with a bat or something.
It's Tommy Doyle for me too, for sure. Toronto Freddy says Tommy, as does Byron, Dean, Mandalorian, Troy, Hero or Hyro, Dawn. No, Dawn said Lindsay. Apologies. And Dawn and Fat Pat said Lindsay. Max says Tommy. So lots of Tommy Doyle love there. All right. What are you guys looking forward to seeing more? We all know there's mob scenes. The friggin' the movie was literally codenamed Mob Rules. What are you excited for more? The mob stuff or the flashback? Johnny, we're starting with you.
I don't know.
No,
I'm saying because I don't like. I haven't read scripts. I haven't even watched trailers. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yes, you do. You have a bit of an idea. You've been on the channel.
Okay, but I can't pick between the two. Like, do I want a mob scene or do I want a flashback? It's a flashback because it's going to provide context for things that have happened.
There you go. Easy
There you
answer. Next person.
All right, I'll
How
go.
painful is that?
So I'm going to go with the the mob stuff, but I'll say having knowing the stuff that needs to be known. Flashback comes in close second.
Oh, okay, interesting. The chat said, G Mafia says no
You're just
Thorn
gonna-
shit.
You're not even going to ask me.
Hang on, I will. No Thorn shit for G Mafia. I literally just put 3 thorn symbols up on my house, on the outside of it. So, yeah. What was yours, Terrence? Apologies, sir.
I don't get no fucking respect around here. Well, it's
In
obviously
Dangerfield,
the
you are not.
flashback. The whole movie's probably going to be shit, and we've probably seen the whole thing already anyway.
This or that, Terrence. We need an answer.
The flashback. It's going to be close to the fucking good movies.
The majority of the chat was the flashback for sure. In fact, I don't know if I see one mob. Oh, sorry, I do. Alex, who appeared on that random stream with us that night. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. Another Halloween Kills one. The last one, in fact, here for this and or for that. What are you looking forward to seeing more? The kills or the story evolving more from the first movie? Kills or story? Tommy B.
I mean, this is your question. Like, the movie is literally called Halloween Kills, and from what they've shown, because they've basically shown the whole fucking movie already, it's definitely the kills.
All right. Johnny.
Story. If I want to watch a bunch of kills, I can watch insert random horror flick here.
I'm story too. I'm excited for tons of kills. We all know there's tons of kills in the movie. Story. There's definitely ways that this movie enhances the story, and getting to see that visually play out is going to be fun. Terrence, how about you? Kills or story?
Well, it should obviously be the story. I'm not a fucking creepy fucking asshole who just wants to watch people getting killed all the time with no reason. Oh, sorry, Tommy B. I didn't realize you were there.
So you don't watch Order 66 on repeat then?
Not without the context.
The context makes it okay.
It's part of the story.
Huh.
Do you go out and fucking kill people all the time for no reason? No. Do you read history books and find out why people got killed sometimes? I'd hope so.
All right, here we go. Wait, did you give an answer, Terrence? Sorry, I wasn't listening.
He said story because he's not a monster.
Because he's not a monster, right?
Yeah, I'm just a fucking monster, you know? No fucking heart. No fucking context. No fucking
I mean,
story.
you can just say you want to.
Fight.
I think what you should have said, Tommy, is the kills because I already know the story.
I do know the story.
I mean,
Me
but that's
too.
an acceptable answer, right? If you've read the script and you know the story, then you already have the context that I don't have. So you just want to see the kills in action. And that makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Tommy
Yeah.
didn't say that because he's a fucking bloodlusting, fucking violent maniac
Yeah.
who shouldn't be allowed on the street.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
I should just go be put away. I'm very bad.
I just figured it out. We can do a boxing match: Tommy versus Terrence.
I mean, I'll say it right now. I love you, Tommy, but right today, anyway, with your hair as unkempt as it is, you do look like someone I would see on a real crime story on like the Real Crime Network up here.
I
Oof.
still say he looks like Peter Mayhew.
Usually I
That's
tie my
also
hair
true.
back these days, but not when I'm home.
You know what? I'm always down for a fight because I got sick moves.
Oh god! Don't bring up the karate sword shit again.
John Jones has got nothing on me. Fucking Israel and Agustania, he fucking got nothing on me. But I don't know if I want to fight Tommy B. He fucking just straight up kills people. I'd probably put on my boxing gloves and he'd bring a fucking pitchfork, try to fucking skewer me Michael Myers style.
Tommy would bring a gun to a knife fight. He's that kind of guy.
Allison says Terrence is the reason you use protection.
I concur.
Like a shield, you mean?
For
those karate weapons,
for
right?
For sure.
Yeah, that's exactly what you meant. Exactly.
Absolutely, man. You fucking nailed that shit, dude.
There can only be one Terrence. Everyone knows that.
And it's one too many.
My God. All right. In honor of several trips to the theaters coming up, what is your go-to, and it has to be one of the two, if these were the only two options at the movie theater you went to, what are you choosing? Popcorn or nachos and cheese? Popcorn or nachos and cheese?
I don't feel like that's really a choice. Like
Movie theater snacks are fucking overpriced as all fuck.
Thank you for that political rant, Tommy.
Oh man.
No, for real. Like, fucking you go to the motherfucking movie theater and the fucking small soda is like $14 fucking dollars. Like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with that, right? Like,
If you're spending $14 on a small soda, dude, you are getting bent over and
you just easily
stuck to
paid
you.
for double your ticket just to get their shitty ass, soft drink machine comes out, all fucked up soda and their motherfucking
Okay,
popcorn,
Tommy,
butter
let's
that's like
say this-
5 fucking days old.
Let's say this, Tommy, okay? You get your ticket and they give you a coupon. You get a free popcorn or free nachos and cheese. Which one are you redeeming it on? It's
I don't
free.
know
You're not
what
paying
movie
for it.
theater yous go to up there, but we don't get coupons for movie theaters down here.
Just go with the hypothetical, Tommy.
Just answer the fucking question.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry.
Johnny
I've been
gave you
very
it out.
bad. If I had to choose between these two overpriced items from the movie theater concession stand or whatever, I would go with nachos and cheese. Begrudgingly.
Johnny, what was yours?
Popcorn, because nothing tastes as good as movie theater popcorn.
Agreed. Except
it's
for
something
when you
special
get,
about
like,
it.
bad movie theater popcorn, it's devastating. It's like, oh my God, this was half the enjoyment right here.
That'll ruin your movie. Like, doesn't matter how good.
You know, I'm
you could be
surprised you're
watching
not-
Empire, and it's like, this sucks.
I'm surprised you're not a large pizza guy at the movie theater. I mean, you pull it off for our fires and our watch-alongs.
That's completely. I ate half a pizza for the watch along. Thank you. Not even the whole thing.
I still couldn't believe that night. The night that Johnny almost sets himself on fire.
I didn't eat dinner that night. Thank you.
Oh, man. I was jealous because after one piece, I was like, oh my God, I'm full and I want more, but I can't. But I want it, but I shouldn't. Yeah. Terrence, what are you choosing, man? Popcorn or
He's gonna
not?
say Milk Duds.
Well, it's obviously popcorn because I'm not a fucking monster. I don't know which one I'm even worse. I don't know what's worse, that Tommy wants to run around killing people, or he likes nachos better than popcorn. Let's do that for this or that.
I'm all about
This or that.
tortilla chips.
This or that. What's worse? Going on a murderous Tommy B rampage and killing people, or liking nachos over popcorn?
If I'm at home, that's an acceptable response. But at a movie theater, no. Unless they have like the nacho cheese pump and it's not like those ugly ones in like the cup, then okay, maybe you can have this discussion with me because, pumped nacho cheese, something special about that too.
I'll eat the nachos in like 30 seconds.
Oh yeah, you will eat the nachos way faster than you will the popcorn.
At least the popcorn lasts the fucking half the movie. Sometimes I bring popcorn home. There's not a fucking chance I'm bringing a nacho home.
Terrence would fit right in with the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Just saying.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Well, what?
No.
No what?
No.
No what?
No.
I don't know what way you're going with this.
I don't want Terrence anywhere near a Rocky Horror Show. That is an awesome movie.
You don't want to go to the theater with me and watch Rocky Horror?
I mean, I guess if you sit in front of me so that I can throw popcorn at you instead of the screen.
And you're fucking throwing food. What the
Well,
fuck?
yeah, but you buy a special popcorn just to throw it at Rocky Horror.
Don't you think these poor fucking movie theater workers who make minimum fucking wage, like $2 a fucking day, don't you think their lives are fucking hard enough?
Okay, I'm sure that if you were working like a midnight Rocky Horror, you're getting paid extra.
Seats all over the floors, which are already questionably sticky for a number of different reasons, and you're making them clean up popcorn too?
Now, hold on a second, Tommy, because I would argue that that's actually better for them, because then they're only cleaning up one confined area of spilled popcorn instead of 10,000 rows of it.
And at least they're inside a building and not on the streets where fucking Tommy B could be around any corner trying to murder them.
Right. Anyways, we got two more to go. Let's stick to it here. You can only have one condiment for the rest of your life. Ketchup or mustard?
Didn't you ask this question like a month ago?
No.
What kind of mustard?
It's just plain mustard and plain ketchup.
Johnny, I'm right. I'm right? He asked this question already before, right?
Yeah,
he's asked a similar question to this before, if not this exact one, yes.
I'll go with mustard.
I'm going to say the same thing. Fuck you, I won't choose.
Sean, do you just fucking prepare for these shows by looking in your fridge? Are you just like, what should we do on Fandom Empire tonight? Better look in the fucking fridge. What do you like better, guys? Fucking Coca-Cola or expired chocolate milk? What's great? This or that, guys? Let's do our
I'm just gonna say, Terrence, I've known Sean long enough to know that there's never expired chocolate milk in his fridge. Ever.
Next week, guys, next week on Fandom Empire, top 10 list of things in Sean's freezer. Woo! Great episode, guys.
The
Halloween kill stream. We've got what's in the bottom drawer? What's in the fucking crisper?
That should be a video, Terrence, right there. You sneak into Sean's house and you video what's in his freezer.
Well, fucking, I don't invade people's privacy. That's fucking Tommy B you're talking about.
Hey,
No, Tommy will kill you on the street.
Yes, he will.
But Terrence, I think it's not creeping, Terrence. It's investigative journalism.
I'm gonna fucking check my closet for Tommy B tonight. I'm fucking scared.
Hey, Terrence,
That's a parody
look to
video.
your left. Look to your left. What do you see?
Oh shit! There's a fucking bunch of things that could be cameras.
Yeah. Don't forget to check the bathroom.
All right. Well, we lost
Did we throw him out? Is he gone?
Dickhead.
Can we finish the show now?
Dickhead is gone, I believe. Hang on. Trying to get these kills tickets sorted out. All right. So you're not going to choose, eh? You can't choose mustard or ketchup.
No.
So
They
what's
go
your,
together.
what's your
What if it
go-to
was
on
like
hot-
spicy mustard?
What's my go-to on a what?
What if
What's
it was
go-to
like
on,
spicy mustard?
Answer his first.
I didn't hear his what? Huh?
What if it was like spicy mustard? You know, good mustard.
All mustard is good. It just has different purposes.
Okay. Well, I guess that we're still back at square zero.
Byron, he's finally gone. I totally agree with you, Intel, but what the hell do I know? I'm just a bus driver, right? So, they're terrible. They're awful. They're fucking-
Every time you say the bus driver thing, you're supposed to say it like the Joker in The Dark Knight.
Okay.
Yeah.
The bus driver.
Yep.
What an amazing movie. I haven't watched that in a bit. Can't wait to watch it again. Terrific. Memorable night, for sure. Hot night.
Very hot night. If I ever walk into a theater in the dead of summer and the air conditioner's broken, I'm asking for a refund before the movie even starts. I don't care what it is.
Back when I had no responsibility. A couple of days later after that movie, that changed.
I'd say you had responsibility. It just wasn't,
Period.
yeah.
Whenever I watch that movie with him, I think about that. Anyways, enough of the inside stuff.
Do your thighs start to sweat?
No. Nightmare on Elm Street or Friday the 13th? It's a hard one. Nightmare or Friday? Friday or Nightmare? It's a Friday nightmare. It's a nightmare on Friday. The crossover possibilities if they put those two in. Oh, wait. They did that.
Can I say both because they exist in the same universe?
No.
I guess I'd have to say Nightmare because there are more individual Nightmare on Elm Street movies that I like than individual Friday the 13th movies that I like.
We got the chat split. Fat Pat's at Friday. Solid's at Friday. Troy's at Nightmare. Hero's at Nightmare. Dawn's at Nightmare.
I think it's safe to say that Freddy's also at Nightmare.
Dude, have any of you seen the Hypnotic trailer yet? I have not. I don't even know what that is.
I feel like if I did, I wouldn't remember it afterwards.
I can tell you right now, if I watched it right now, I wouldn't remember it afterwards. Toronto Freddy, I'm not answering.
I think you already did, Freddy.
Hey, it's Matt Whitfield. Dude, you missed it earlier, man. You joined us late because you don't love us anymore and yada, yada, yada. No. Terrence was talking about how he was so excited to see you. He was
Sure.
literally on air for most of the show, excited to see.
We're now crowdsourcing a bus ticket for him to come visit you.
Yeah, he was so excited to see you for Halloween Kills, and then we broke the news that you wouldn't be here for it. and he was devastated. And we offered to send Terrence one-way ticket down there to you and Mike Bish. So that happened.
Tommy has freaked out Terrence so much he's tearing his house apart right now looking for Tommy's hidden cameras.
Oh man.
Zacharoni says it was like a little girl talking about her crush.
Agreed. Are you guys gonna watch Halloween Kills on Peacock or a movie theater? The three of us will.
Well, for one, 2 out of the 3 of us are Canadian, so we don't get Peacock.
Yeah.
So
it's not that, and we're all gonna see it together. So it's gonna be fun times. And we got outside looking very Halloweeny now back here, and we're gonna have at least 1, maybe 2 outdoor streams for you guys if the weather holds off. So it'll be fun. It'll be good times. It'll be all around good fucking times.
How's your backyard? You got a lot of bugs.
There's bugs everywhere, man.
I'm gonna be bitching the whole time. I'm just letting you know in advance.
Yeah. All right.
what's new?
There you go, everybody. Be prepared. I'm gonna be in an extremely bitchy mood.
Douse yourself
What's
with bug spray and just don't sit too close to the fire.
I'm gonna say I got a pretty good Scott Hall thing going on right now. Just random hair dripping down my forehead.
No, just no. Oh, by the way, speaking of Mr. Mike Flanagan, I finished Midnight Mass. It didn't end as good as I thought it would. But Mike Bish and I are going to talk about that on Thursday. So we're going to talk Midnight Mass, and we'll be 1 week from Halloween Kills. Exciting times. And then we got so much good shit coming up for you guys. I really hope that you enjoy it. On behalf of Kieran, who had to leave us earlier, Terrence, Zach, who was here, appreciate those guys doing what they do. Johnny, where can everybody find you at, man?
You can find me here, there, and everywhere. Got big plans. Actually planning a big stream this weekend on Bros Before Pros. New Far Cry game coming this week. Gonna stream play along of that. And the Inside Handoff Football podcast will actually be recording this week's episode, hopefully sometime in the next 20 minutes.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Tommy B providing you our links to Patreon. Check us out at patreon.com/Fandom Empire. Join today, because that is in fact the way. This Sunday, Halloween 2018 watch along over on our Patreon. That's to Lambkin Lane members and higher. Next Tuesday, we'll have a traditional Tuesday show. Tommy B, I'm going to guess, won't be on that show.
Yeah, it's probably a pretty good guess.
He'll be leaving super early the next morning. So we have a Tuesday show. We have a Wednesday show. We have a Thursday show for you next week. It's going to be a ton of fun.
I think that Terrence comment needs to be highlighted before we go.
Tommy B can find me taking a shit with his cameras. Anyways, thanks for joining this mess that was tonight. It's appreciated, everybody. We'll see you on the flip side. And for everybody that's been like, why has Fandom Empire not been doing as many streams lately? Like, we're so close to Halloween Kills. That's the point. This has been a long journey. And could we milk it and be on here every night? Sure, we could. And I'm sure we could have some fun doing it too. But we've already said basically everything we need to say at this point.
Yeah, that's next week.
And now it's time to actually just go and enjoy it for what it is. So, Dean Renner, we're in the final stretch for kills. Whoa, never thought we'd see this day. As Darth Vader once said, it will be a day long remembered. That day, not this day, to be exact.
Which day?
I don't know. Good night, everybody. I don't know if Johnny's ever seen that before or not. We had it up for Kieran's birthday.
Johnny's just wondering why Terrence is in a happy birthday Kieran photo.
They truly have this close relationship they try to keep secret. We all know, though. Good night, people.